In this day in the Telegram, I was talking about the 4H doing, it was kind of rotating. And after this A period, we're now into the B period. We're getting to the top of that rotation. So I was looking for this, and you had that spike over the value area high over that 250. As it come back, I entered one set of contracts, and I wanted to kind of move down maybe to that POC and then bounce up and get kind of a lower high there. Try to enter another set under that the dashed red line is the settlement. So I thought that would be a good area, but I didn't count on it getting all the way back to the VWAPs like that, but that's fine. That's where I wanted to enter the second set. Now I thought for sure this was going to cut right through here, and it just kind of gets hung up again. You can see I'm looking, I thought we would flush down, possibly all the way down into that thick red line is, the previous value area high that I keep talking about in the Telegram. And then you had the overnight low down there. So I thought there was a chance we could flush all the way down there, but I was at least looking in this area that I had the orders set. I didn't expect to get caught up in this VWAP as much as we are here. So as we kind of grind around in the VWAPs, I start to lose faith in what I thought was going to happen. Like I kind of, I felt like it should have already happened. So, or, that's why I didn't take them off when they come back to the VWAP both times. I thought I was going to try and hold these, through there and at least take the first sets off a little bit lower. But you can see on the volume profile how that node, where the POC's at, and then you have the VWAPs there, and the volume profile on the right side. You got that you can see right now it's right at the top of that second node down. So I wanted to get into that, and then that would carry me down the rest of the way. As we get down here, I start taking some off because it's too, it keeps bouncing back, and I didn't want to, I wasn't going to hold past my entry. So I wanted to get some off down here. So I wasn't, I wanted to get something out of the trade. There's more of this ground around here or grinds around here. I just start to lose faith in it a little bit. So I start peeling a couple off. I thought maybe C period was going to push down there, break that B low. You can just see, like I said, this is sped up 4 or 5 times the regular speed. So you can see how much this is just grinding here. So as we get up to my, that was the averaged entry there, averaged down a little bit. But as we got to that, I closed out of this because I thought if we're going to push up higher, there's no point in holding those. And there's a chance the way you had the A, the B, the C lined up, there's a chance this could just, push up to the overnight high there. But the way this was moving, it's hard to see in this video, but the way this is moving, I thought this area, a retest of this value area high, and that's kind of over the settlement there, kind of the right area that I was thinking. So I entered 2 more contracts there, and then we get the flush that I was initially looking for. And even on this one, I decided to take one right here as we get down, because if you look at this, you had the A period, the B period, and then the C period. If it was going to build up from here, this is about where it would, start to turn around. So I take one right in here. As you can see, it's still not slicing right through there. We go up, test the VWAPs again. This is what I wanted to see that first time. That obviously didn't happen. You can see it go up and test that POC. Then we start moving down. So right in here, I thought I better take one just in case, like I said, that started building up. It wasn't too eager to get down past that. That's that profile right next to the TPO. That's the cash session value area low, because you can see the color change there. So I thought this could be it right here. And I was trying, I thought we would get a flush, like I keep saying, down through the A low. But you do have the session value area low. You can see that line. It's just above the entry board there. A little green line at the bottom of the right profile. And then, like I said, we're at the cash profile value area low right there. and it does start just working its way down. If you look at that 5 minute, we had the initial entry where, where I got in, and then you can see it is stepping down. It's moving kind of erratically, and like I said, it wasn't moving this fast in the live market, but this is 4 or 5 times faster. But you can see it stepping down, so it was making some progress, and then we got to this very, very low, which happens to be my 40 ticks. I thought if we get down under that, I wasn't going to give that back. There, I'm looking for the 27, trying to decide, how long do I really want to take this? We did hit the value area low. So, I mean, technically I probably should have taken it there, but I'd already taken those other contracts on the way down. So I was willing to hold this one. I just really thought this was going to flush that, at least that A period. You can see how I moved that order up. Just by the way, on that, like on the 5 minute, how it just kept stepping down like that. And then here, once we get under that 40 ticks, I'm just not giving that much back. And we get close to that 235. I took it right there, and then we do get the flush of the A period.